Oh, you can Streamlabs?
We're live. Hey guys. Hey, this is Scott DeCamp with CatchMark. We're here at the Whitehall Wrestling Media Day in our office here in Whitehall. In the podcast room, doing the podcast, we have three seniors on. Yep, it's working, isn't it? Just making sure that this is working for me. Yep, we've got volume because we've had some hiccups recently with our podcast with some audio stuff, but we're all good. But I want to welcome Senior Darnell Mack. How you doing, Darnell?
I'm doing good.
Good. Senior Nolan Tarenko. What's up?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, thank you. And Senior Ryan Christensen. What's up, Ryan?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for coming to Media Day. I know you guys were all sweaty coming from practice, and I know your practices aren't easy either. Was it a lighter practice or a full bore today?
No, today was definitely one of our harder days, which is weird because weigh-in day we tried to take it back a little bit, but Colin was in there today and he worked us out pretty good.
So he's not. So Justin was telling me that Colin stepped back just a little bit, maybe to like an assistant.
Yes.
But sounds like though when he does come, he means business.
Oh yeah. Yep. He had 3 kids, or he has like 3 little babies running around, so it's hard for him. But makes it out probably once a week, and he makes us feel it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
be hard.
what are the differences between the brothers then, in terms of intensity, in terms of personalities, that kind of thing?
I mean, there's a big difference. You can definitely tell.
I think the biggest thing, like when we were underclassmen, Jay-Z, I definitely think gave us like the hard practices, and Colin kind of
He was laid back.
a little bit, like kind of. I don't know how to explain it, but I think the roles switched. Now Jay-Z softened up a little bit, and then Colin, he hurts us.
We're not let hear Jay-Z tell it.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, you got to be careful because there's been past media days or whatever where we've done, it was more a hype video type thing where we asked wrestlers to impersonate Justin Zerup, and nobody would do it. They're like, no way.
That's passing.
You don't want to have to pay the price when practice comes.
Passing the line.
Exactly. You're crossing that line, right? So last year, state runner-up, you guys have been to the finals. It's a regular thing for you guys getting to the state tournament that way in the team, and then you have your individual success as well. But what was that experience like? And you guys can all chime in about that run to the state finals last year.
Oh, it was sweet. I mean, we had a team that was like, it was different from like our freshman year, I'd say, because like last year I feel like all of the team, we were all like bonded better, like all of us were like there for each other, whether it was like individual, team, anything. And I just think like with a team like that, it was just a lot easier to make it to the team state finals. So
The team bonding last year was it was a tight-knit group, which was good. But just getting down to the finals, there's no experience like it. So
Especially when Blake hit that Kobe.
Gosh,
that was sweet.
That was a big moment for him and for you guys, right?
It's like top athletic moment of my life. Just seeing that, like that's once in a lifetime.
Yeah, hearing the crowd was pretty sweet.
Yes.
And I know, is baseball your number one or not?
Yeah, so it's my.
Because you're going to play it in college, right?
Yeah, I'm going to MCC.
But what's the dynamic? How's that much more special in wrestling? How's that different than any other sport?
And it's nothing against our baseball team, but wrestling, that's just it's a family. It's just a different, like, everybody breaks it down on family, but the wrestling team's a brotherhood. So it's definitely different, but these are my brothers. So.
Is it just because of what you guys pour into it too? I mean, you guys just work your butts off.
It's
pour sweat, everything, all that stuff. You invest so much into that. What do you think, Nolan, in terms of what would you say about, I guess, the tradition of Whitehall wrestling, what that means, what's expected of you?
Well, what's expected, I guess, is like, so Jay-Z kind of pushes us like really hard all the time. So he's always expecting us to do better than like what we did last year, the year before, and all that. So I think what's expected is work hard, get as farther as we can, make it back to the finals.
Hopefully win.
Hopefully win it.
Yeah.
Yep. And what do you think it would take to? I mean, obviously you ran into, I think, Dundee, and they're just perennial power, kind of like Lowell and Detroit Catholic Central and those schools. But I mean, you guys are right there in that next group, and no disrespect, man. It's just those are teams that win state titles year after year, and you guys are trying to get there, and you're close. What's it going to take?
It's definitely going to take the people doing people moving around, like the weights and doing like what they're supposed to do. Like 6 minutes or not, go out there and win.
Our swing matches got to go our way.
Got to have swing matches.
Get as many points as you can.
Yeah.
Chasing points.
I was just wondering, what is the difference between like a Dundee and then others? Like,
It's-
what do they have? What do they do that's different than maybe others?
It's just I don't even know how to explain it, but you get out there with one of them and they're insane. But it's gonna take a lot of hard work. Either if we can get it done or future generations, they just got to work hard.
And even if you don't, you're laying the foundation for that. And
Trying to set it
I mean, someone's got to be the first, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Why can't it be you guys?
Yeah.
You know, why can't you do that? As far as this season, obviously you're young in that yet. It's early in that yet. What was the assembly duel like for you guys? What was that atmosphere like? And you have your peers, students like leaning over the mat, just screaming their heads off, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I think like that atmosphere is as close as you're gonna get to the state final. So being there for we have a pretty young group. We have a ton of sophomores and a couple of freshmen. So them getting out there and wrestling at that assembly duel is just so good for our team. So it was definitely once in a lifetime. I mean, state finals they're pretty comparable. So it was an insane experience for sure.
How hype was that for you?
I
No
mean,
one.
it was sweet. I mean, compared to Team State and stuff at Kalamazoo, yeah, it's loud in there, but everybody's separated. So there's teams that are in one group. You'll hear it from across the stadium. One team's going crazy, and then you'll hear it from the other side. But to have all of that Whitehall group just crowded in one gym, it was loud, and you know that it's getting loud for you rather than other teams and stuff.
Yeah. What about for you, Darnell?
It was just a crazy experience. I just love how all the Whitehall came together just to watch one meet. And it didn't have to, it wasn't even a long meet either. They just watched it.
Well, yeah, one thing I want to add to that is, if you go around the student body and ask how many of them, that was their first wrestling match they've ever seen. And, for Whitehall, we're, whether you like it or not, we're probably a wrestling school. That's what I think our best sport is. But the amount of kids who have never seen a wrestling match is insane. So kind of put that out there a little bit. Then they had the middle school sign up the day after, and there were 70 kids at the middle school sign up.
Oh, wow.
So they were at the assembly duel.
Yeah.
Too, so.
I've got 3 daughters, and 2 of them are still in school. One's in 7th grade, one's a junior, and I don't think they appreciate it. They're not really big sports people, even though their dad's been a sports writer for a long time. Yeah. Maybe that's why they don't like sports as much, because I'm always gone doing that stuff. But I'm trying to get them to appreciate, even if you don't like wrestling, just appreciate the spectacle and that whole unity of the whole student body. Everyone kind of pulling in the same direction and creating a really cool environment. So not to take that for granted, because that's awesome. Yeah. I think it is. But so you guys have had a good start to your season. You fared well at Granville as well. What's the outlook for this season for you guys? And obviously you came off 2 shutouts in dual action the other day, which that's you don't see that a lot. But still, how do you guys feel about your start and about where things could go?
Yeah, so we're coming in with some confidence after beating Algonac in the semis, but as and we all know that nothing's given, so we gotta keep on working hard. But I think we have a good team this year. Obviously, our goal isn't to win a conference tournament. It's not any of a city meet. It's to go get back into the final. So I'm not sure how we fare at that level yet. I don't really look at any of the rankings or anything like that, but I think we match up good with any team we wrestle. We got some dudes on our team. So
yeah, I think our team looks best than we've had in a while. So I think we're shooting for the finals again. Should be where we're looking. So.
And everyone says that we're a really good wrestling team this year, but we haven't proved nothing yet.
Yeah.
So if you could just kind of brag on yourselves a little bit, what weight class are you in? Maybe what was your record last year? What's your record so far this year?
Yeah, so I'm at 150 right now. My record last year was 47-9, and then right now I'm 7-0. So.
Shoot, I'm at 120 I'm at 132 right now, but I'm starting to 26 soon. But last year I cracked 40 wins, but I don't know what the loss was. I don't even know what the.
What are you off to this year?
Pretty sure I'm 8-0 right now. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I was 150 last year. Went, I think, 57, 58, and 5. This year, 157. Coming back down to 150 soon, and then I think I'm 7-0.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Be
then,
positive.
so I know you were at the individuals, weren't you, last year? Obviously, were you? Did you guys?
No, we both lost.
But what, if you had your choice, and I know you want it all, you want to be in the team and individual, but if you had to pick, where would you rather be? If you could be one or the other, where is it going to be?
For me, that's easy. It's team state finals. There's nothing like it, and I've said that a couple of times.
Yeah, you've already mentioned it. I kind of knew where you were going with it, but still.
I'm all about the team, so I'd go team state finals. It's
Yeah.
crazy down there.
Yeah, I agree. I'd go team state finals too.
Just because of the camaraderie and everything?
The environment. And
Well,
Environment.
Most people think that wrestling's an individual sport, but I disagree.
Yeah.
Being at the final for team states, nothing like that.
yeah, and I think that's what makes us like so tight knit. Is I think if you ask that question to anybody on our team, is they'd all say like team state. That's what we're looking for, not any individual stuff.
So I want to kind of mention some of the other guys too. I don't want to leave anyone out, of course, but one of the guy that jumps right out, of course, is a newcomer that you have, Gavin Craner, who transferred from Belding. He obviously looks the part.
Yep.
He looks like you just dropped him in and he fits in well with the rest of you guys. And how would you describe what he brings to the team in terms of the physical aspect, but also the chemistry and all that stuff?
I would say he's a good fit. First practice, he was there pushing me harder, wouldn't let me slow down or take a break, always on me to do better. So I'm happy he's finally here. And we wrestled back in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Whoop me.
What's he do? Like, what's he really good at? What's he excel at?
Everything.
It's pretty solid all around.
Yeah.
Nothing really he can't do.
Yeah.
He's a great wrestler, and I think a lot of people know that. But I think he's an even better teammate. He's a good leader in our room, and it's just he's a good fit for us. We love him there.
Once Jay-Z told us that he was coming, he was already on me and Ryan about talk to this kid. Like,
Yeah.
The first time I ever met him, we were up in the weight room. It was like 8:00, and he comes up to me and he's like, "Ryan, are you gonna win a state title?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna win a state. Like, I'm just not one of those guys." And he looked at me like dead serious. Like, I've never like taught. Like, I don't know Gavin. And he's like, and it's cool. It's my senior quote. He says, "Ryan, if you're not gonna believe in yourself, who is?" This is kind of like funny. I just started
He can scare you into doing it, right?
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
I want to mention some of the other seniors too. Of course, you got Blake coming back. Blake, Morningstar. You got Trenton Tenbrock has come back.
Finally.
And I know I'm missing some other guys. So if I am, who else? Are there any other seniors that you guys have that should be mentioned? I don't want to leave anyone out, but I can't remember.
Jason Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a great athlete.
Yep,
on the
he
football
is.
Team, so
I loved interviewing him after football games. He's really well spoken. He seems like a pretty level-headed guy.
fits in perfect with it. He's down to earth.
Yep.
He's
Seems like he'd be a team guy
for sure.
Yeah, he is.
because it's competitive for you guys, and you're not always. Not everyone gets in the lineup, and you got to fight for your spots. And there's different times you need different guys.
He's one of the people I know that has the most stamina. I don't know
He
how.
has a
Yeah.
gas tank.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
other.
He moves like no other big man.
He's an athletic big man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the guys I interviewed after that really tough football loss that you guys had. It's tough in my job when I know how much kids have poured into things and then they have a tough loss. Yeah, it's still my job to talk to them. I try to show some dignity and everything and let them have their time. And he handled it well and he was really mature about it.
Perfect kid for that.
He was good about it. So, any other guys on the team that are really showing out so far this year?
Ryan Goodrich.
There's just
Colton Weiler.
there's just so many guys. Like our whole lineup is
like from top to bottom, they're looking good right now.
but
Even our
JV guys, like I think we lost 2 matches at the Manistee. Like our JV guys, they want to get in that starting lineup so bad. So it's
You can tell even the new guys who
Yeah.
like just first started wrestling. One of
Yeah.
there's no easy match in that wrestling room because everybody wants to be one of those guys.
So, what are your biggest schedule highlights? Anything that you guys are really looking forward to in the regular season, or is it all about that tournament?
Next week, Friday.
Friday at Martin.
Friday we go to Martin. We'll wrestle number 4 Clinton. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be a big one. And then
for us.
we go down to Kingsley.
Rockford, like normal. Rockford's
wrestled.
pretty good.
Have you guys wrestled at Martin before?
No, that's our
I didn't think you had, but yeah, they're a good small school, Division IV program, really good.
They're in D3 now.
Are they 3 now? So they're in your
ranked-
division now, yeah?
They're ranked 4th, so we're trying to go get that one.
Yeah, that's
It'll
good.
be big for us to not see Dundee in the semis.
Yeah.
We're chasing people right now. So.
I mean, I'm assuming Dundee's going to be the team to beat
They'll be
until
they'll be the
proven
ones.
otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah.
But do you know where the district and region are this year?
I know.
Have you looked yet?
Are we going
I know we have-
to Montague for district?
I think our districts with I don't know where it's at, but I know it'll be I think it'll be Montague.
Like usual, yeah.
It's normally Montague, maybe
Yeah.
like a Shelby.
Yeah.
And I know we go. I don't know where it is, but I know Kent City's probably gonna be our regional finals.
Now I know they beat the B team
Yep.
in last weekend, I think. So just so people know, I mean, no offense to Kent City because that's good for them, but
Great program.
they're not facing your whole team,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's their whole team either. Maybe not, but because I know you guys wrestled them in the regional last year, and you beat them last year.
I wasn't there, so I don't know who they put out, but they're always a tough team.
Yeah, they're tough, and I know their coach. I played college baseball with their coach at community.
Kick?
Yeah, Chad
Yeah.
Kick. Yeah,
Yep.
that's how old I am. I'm his age, or a little older than me.
No,
but-
you don't look that old.
Well, thank you. I just got my hair cut, so thank you. I'm losing it in the back
Takes
though.
off
But
5 years.
so one more thing. I know you said, is it community, Mesquite Community, going for baseball?
Yes, sir.
Do you guys know what you want to do after high school?
Not really.
Hmm.
Still figuring that out a
Do you,
little bit.
I didn't know if you knew what you wanted to do, where you wanted to go, or anything like that. Or I mean, both your parents are teachers, right?
Yeah, I was planning on going to Michigan State to become a teacher, but
Yeah,
I don't know about like all wrestling and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. I went to Michigan State for first engineering over here, and then journalism over here. Not even related or close, but I knew I wanted to do this for a living. So, what about you, Darnell?
I'm shooting for Indianapolis right now for wrestling and trying to be either a math teacher or a special needs teacher.
I think that's where the Hart kid ended up. A couple years ago. What was his name
Lopez?
again? What's that?
The Hart kid.
What was his name?
that's Max Brown a bunch. I can't remember. His name.
Oh, yeah, what was his name?
Oh, yeah, I'll talk to him when I was there.
It's embarrassing because I did a profile of the week on him, but he was good. He was like
insane.
finished top 5 a couple times, I
I
think.
know he wrestled
That-
Max Brown a bunch.
Yeah,
That was the only Michigan wrestler that was that goes to Indianapolis.
yeah. So I knew that's where he went though. But any other things that you guys would like to add before we sign off on this podcast? Any shout outs for anyone or anything like that?
Well, if I could shout out everybody, I would.
Go ahead.
Shout out to
Just say shout out
The
to everybody.
106 pounder, the 113.
No, they all know we love them. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
They'll
it'd
be
be
up
sweet to
here
have
with
all
all
of them on the podcast, but
the team is. There's so many characters on that team.
We had you all in the little
I know.
room over there, which we've never had like 20 dudes in one room before like that.
We were tame then. Too. It gets weird. We play handball before every practice.
I see you. Yeah.
That's probably.
Didn't Coach
It's
Zero bring
pretty
that from U of
crazy.
M? I think he used to do that at U of M.
They played it with like med balls and stuff.
Wow, jeez.
Medicine balls?
That's what I see it on their Instagram all the time. They're like,
that
throwing
hurt to
around-
get hit.
I don't know, dude. I just see them throwing around 20-pound med balls playing handball.
Medicine balls?
Yes.
I see
What-
people play volleyball with medicine balls.
I guess one shout out to, again, maybe Wyatt too, just because
Oh,
you know he
yeah.
missed obviously football, missing wrestling, and what would the lineup look like if you throw him in there too?
Throw him in there. We look pretty solid.
Be pretty good, but
Move everyone down one weight class.
yeah, we're all thinking about him.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
All right, well, thanks a lot, guys. Best of luck to you guys. Can't wait to see you guys make another run because I know you will. So,
Thank you.
thanks for being on the podcast, coming to Media Day.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Bro,
Have a good weekend.